Hello, my friend. Hey, today I want to talk to you about hunger because this is a really important concept in faith filled mindful living and nutrition. And being able to have that mind body connection and understand and be able to respond to the needs of your body in very loving ways. Now, if you have had a part of the dieting world for any amount of time, then you'll probably recognize that hunger is something that is to be avoided. There are a lot of people who even feel a lot of shame and guilt when they feel hunger. And I would say a good majority of people who have been in the dieting world, that there is a huge disconnect between actually being able to recognize when you are hungry, that natural signal in your body. We spend a lot of time in the dieting world having someone program or the clock tell us when we should eat, where we should eat, what we should eat. And what that does is it prevents you from actually responding naturally to your body's hunger system. And I will tell you that hunger is not to be something that is feared. Hunger is the way in which the Lord made your body to be able to respond to its need for nourishment and for energy. And so, one of the ways that you can come to recognize your hunger is actually to allow yourself to get hungry. If you have fear around that, which I know I did for a long time, then one of the ways that I was able to get over that was a couple of things. One, I didn't recognize when I was hungry. There was no bodily response to that at all. And so I remember praying oftentimes and asking Heavenly Father to help me to recognize when my body was hungry. Because I always assumed that hunger meant that my stomach was growling. But I've learned that that isn't always necessarily the case. The first thing in the morning when I wake up, of course, I've been several hours without any food. And so naturally, my body is going to need energy and nourishment. And I will feel some growling in my stomach, usually first thing in the morning. But after that, not so much. My hunger more manifests itself by a kind of an empty feeling in my throat. I also can start to feel a little bit more lethargic. Sometimes I'll get a headache, and my thoughts are really foggy. I will be able to start to recognize that if I've been a really long time without food and I haven't felt that hunger feeling, that it's probably a good thing to eat something. The more that you do that, the more your body will start to respond. The more it will start to tell you that it is hungry. Because you see, for the longest time, your body has not been able to trust that you would respond to its needs, either through ignoring it or ignoring it and meaning that it needs food and you're going to respond to that, or ignoring it and eating when you're not hungry, eating for some emotional need. But the more that you are able to respond to your body's natural system of hunger, the more it will let you know when it needs food. The problem with having a program or the time tell you when to eat is that maybe you don't necessarily need that amount of nourishment for that day. Maybe you've had a more sedentary day, or you're not feeling well, or maybe on the other end, you've had a really busy day. Maybe you've had a really hard workout that morning. Maybe you've been running around and rushing all over the place, and your body is going to need more nourishment. But can you see that if you ignore your hunger signal, or you haven't learned yet how to respond to that and allow your body to actually get hungry, that you're missing the need that your body has for food? And what I mean by that is there is a chloride, a calorie need for your body, and calories are simply energy, and it varies from day to day. So if you've been somebody who has been counting calories and you decide to go with the more faith-filled, mindful nutrition route and learn how to respond to your body's needs, then how do you know what that calorie count is? Well, you're going to know by following your hunger. When your body is hungry, it's telling you that it needs nutrition. It needs food. And so as you respond to that in very loving ways, and the way that you do that is giving your body the highest quality of nutrition that you can when it tells you that it needs food. When your body gives you that hunger signal, it's telling you that it needs nourishment. It needs nutrients in order for it to continue doing what you're asking it to do. So that nourishment is not going to come through processed foods. It's not going to come through highly refined sugars and fats. It's not going to come through the drive-through at your favorite fast food restaurant. Your body needs nutrition when it's hungry. And so responding to your body in that way is a very loving and nurturing way to get this mind-body connection and be very mindful in your living and in your nutrition. So now, how do you know whether or not what you're experiencing is hunger or whether it's a craving? Well, hunger is usually brought on gradually. Let's say you've eaten breakfast in the morning, you've responded to your hunger, you've eaten breakfast in the morning. It makes sense that your body is not going to need nutrition for quite a period of time. If you go longer than 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours tops for sure, and you have not experienced a feeling of hunger in your body needs to know that it can trust you. And it would be good for you to be able to eat something that is nutritious. Okay, that will let your body know that, hey, she or he is really serious about this. I can count on that. I can count on her or him to give me what I need. And your body will start to respond more in that process. Hunger is your friend. Hunger is something that you can express gratitude for every time you feel it. Because in order for you to reach your mindful living goals for a healthy lifestyle without dieting, it is critically important for you to come to understand what your body's signal is for hunger and to respond to it in a very loving and compassionate way. Now, sometimes we have a difficulty understanding, am I really hungry or am I just craving something? And that's the other side of it, is that cravings usually come on very quickly. They are usually tied to a highly emotional state, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be happiness. It could be that you're sad. It could be that you're bored. It could be that you're tired. It could be that you're just mentally exhausted. Maybe you're having some communication problems with your spouse or with a child that needs to be addressed. But we have come to be in a habit of using food as the way to take care of those emotional needs. But I will tell you, my friend, that no amount of food is going to take care of those needs. So do something outside of food. Commit to yourself that you are going to eat when your body tells you that it needs nourishment. And some days that's going to be more often than other days. And that's okay. But as you respond to your body's natural instinct for hunger, that system that God has put into your body to help you to know when you need nourishment, your body will respond. You'll be able to reach your healthy lifestyle goals, whether that's to lose weight whether that's to have energy to start exercising or complete a race, whatever that may be, whatever your goals are, which I would love to know. You cannot go wrong with coming to learn how to respond and have this body-mind connection and learn to recognize when your body is hungry. Hunger is a gift. It's not to be feared. It's not to feel shameful about. You can remind yourself every time you get hungry, you can thank your body for letting you know that it needs food. You can thank your body to let you know when it's done and feel satisfied with the things that you're eating. Now, eating a very balanced and nutritious plate does not have to be boring. It doesn't have to taste bland. It doesn't have to be something that you just have to choke down. There are so many recipes out there that are good, healthy choices that you can eat and nourish your body with, and your body will respond lovingly, especially when you give it the highest nutrition that you can and you relieve the stress of that whole process, my friends, of, oh, I'm not going to eat, or I'm going to eat everything in sight, and you totally disregard what it is that your body needs. That's not going to help you to reach your goals. And I want you to reach your goals. I want you to have a healthy lifestyle that includes confidence in your ability to respond to your body's needs. And learning how to recognize your hunger is a great way to start. So, my friends, let me know, what are your goals this year? What are your healthy lifestyle goals? Is hunger something that you have struggled with? If it is, you're not alone. Please don't feel guilty about that. I went for years not paying attention to my hunger. It takes a little while. It's okay. It doesn't have to be done today. This is a process of time. But I will tell you that when you learn how to recognize your hunger, it is so freeing. It is so freeing, and you know that you're giving your body exactly what it needs. And your weight will go down. You'll have more energy. You'll be able to do the things that you want to do. And you can let go of the diets. You can let go of the things that tell you when and how and where to eat and respond to your body's needs. Because you already have a system within you that is going to let you know what you need. You just have to learn to respond to it. And I'll be here with you all along the way. But, okay, I'm going to let you go because this is something that I feel really passionate about, and I could speak for a long time about it. But today, when you recognize your hunger, express gratitude for it, and then go and get yourself something wonderful to eat. Wonderfully nutritious and good for you and tastes delicious. Okay? All right, my friends. I love you. Have a beautiful day. And remember, until next time, quiet the mind, nourish the body, and enliven the soul.